Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Check out Addicted. Yeah, I'm going to take a page out of Alan Roger Curry's book. I watched a video of his the other day when he was sharing all of these movies that really provided a great indication of a woman's true nature. And I would add Addicted. Now, Addicted was based on a novel by Zane. And for those whose heads been under a rock, Zane has kind of really revolutionized or had revolutionized like black erotica and stuff. You know, with her novel Addicted back around 2000. I mean, I remember when it first came out because, I mean, she was self-published and you know, she was doing the regular book hustle. For anybody who's a book writer or anything self-published, you know the hustle right out of your trunk. And to say she's gotten real big is an understatement, right? But yeah, this movie Addicted, I mean, the basic premise, it was this woman, Sharon Lill, because I hate to say it, I don't remember the characters' names. I was looking at it more from a clinical point of view than an entertainment point of view, right? Because, well, I ain't going to get into that part of it, but, you know, mainly check it out just to see the game and a lot of what I talk about. So, you know, this wife, Sharon Lill, she got everything perfect. You know, she got what all these women out here say they want on the surface anyway. I mean, she got her own business. She got a husband on her level. He's an architect. He's played by Boris Cujo. Think about it. Boris Cujo, the synonym for like that, you know, tall, handsome black man, 3%er, over 6'3", dress well, pretty boy, all that. And it's interesting because, but you know, anyone's familiar with my books, you know, I talk about two types of select men, Mr. Goodbar, of course, and the masked man. Boris Cujo is the great example of what I say is a masked man. Because to wear that mask is deeper than just having some money. There's a lot of dudes who have money. You have to be handsome as a masked man. You got to look like whatever that list is that women have. You got to be able to check that list. That's the mask. And a lot of women will deal with that man based on that checklist, right? But regardless of all that, she was unfulfilled. Now, I ain't going to give away why, you know, the ultimate why she was unfulfilled, which I ain't going to lie. Even when I read it, it was some bullshit. And it was some bullshit in the movie, too, because you have some women who have situations like that. I've known of real life situations where you've had women who had the dude who had the money, had the looks, had the status. They were cheating with some Pookie or Ray Ray. Real talk. Real talk. I've actually witnessed that. And that's one thing I liked about the movie. It shows the real. It shows a woman's sexual nature. I mean, it was deep to the point, you know, she was like, she told her therapist, she was like, well, her and her husband had sex maybe 2-3 times a day. So it was just, but he wasn't fulfilling her. She wasn't getting that orgasm. You know, that dude get his nut and go to sleep. And so she unfulfilled. And then she gets seduced by this artist, William Levy, you know, Cuban dude. And I actually like how they did that. That was like, he was doing that stuff I don't teach. I don't teach publicly. I don't tell people I could teach y'all seduction, but I don't, because I like to, like, some of y'all don't got the right heart for it. I'm just going to say it like that. And I don't want to be responsible for some fucked up shit. Right? But this dude, I was watching this movie. I was like, it was like every little thing and how he was carrying himself, how he was doing it was like real seduction. Like not some of the shit that some people going to teach online or something, but like some real life shit. And I was like, wow, whoever wrote this or whoever directed it, you know, I guess a combination of the writer, the director, and the actor himself. I mean, they played that perfectly. I was like, wow, somebody need to, if you want to know how to really seduce a woman, really know it, Watch Addicted. Seriously, if like I said, I watched it from a technical point of view, right? That's why I can't tell you the names of the characters, because when they were just doing other stuff in the movie, I wasn't paying that much attention, to be honest. But anyway, you know, she gets seduced. She gets seduced by this dude. I mean, this dude just picked up on her interest. Right? Like, that's a key thing right there. Like, when I tell men that women choose the man, you know, they think a woman's just going to come up to them and hand them the shit. And even when I say it, it's more metaphorical than what they actually do. Only thing, when a woman chooses a man, she's just going to give some indication, usually through body language. They almost never just come out and tell you, but through some type of body language that can be extremely subtle that they choosing you. And you have to pick up on it. That's really it. It's basically you got to spot that clue. And it could be like for 3 seconds. It could be a brief second. It could be a look or something. And then a man has to take it from there. That's how it's supposed to work. Right? So, you know, he picked up on something. He could probably pick up on the frustration. If you really attuned to woman and you're the type of dude who can be present with a woman, you know, you can be present with a woman. You could pick up on little tiny stuff, and that's really what you have to. Women give a little bit of stuff, but you pick up on it. You can run your program on it. That's what the Mr. Goodbar does. Very few just sit in the corner and the women approach him. I know I've said that in some of my books because, well, that's what they did with me. But usually you got to pick up on something, right? So, you know, all of a sudden they having a hot and heavy affair, right? He tearing her up. But then something happens to him. And she did, instead of just saying, all right, I'm just going to go back to my husband and all of that, right? I mean, her and her husband was still together, but instead of just trying to, you know, spice that up or just leave it alone, she did what women will do once they have some trouble with one Mr. Goodbar. They go swooning in the arms of another Mr. Goodbar. And it's an aspect of a woman's nature I probably talk about more on my private site, because it's something very specific to it. It's just saying that's a woman's nature. That's really just the surface. It's something very specific to women that they look for. And in this case, you know, she stopped getting it from William Levy, so she went to this club where she had walked into before but didn't do anything, but she walked in and saw Tyson Beckford, who, quite frankly, just need to stick with modeling. You know, bro, I guess, bro, he might be a cool person. he might be a good dude, but dude don't need to be acting. Seriously, he should just give that. It's just take pictures, bro. Get it in. I don't know if he got an Instagram account or something, but just take pictures, bro. Seriously. But she's swooning with him, and shoot, he taking her into the underworld. I mean, he really taking her into the underworld, because at one point they at this one of those freak clubs and stuff. You know, people tied up, cages, doing whatever. You know, and in fact, I like the scene. I'm gonna give you a spoiler. I like the scene where Tyson and you know, the woman first hooked up. They hooked up in a bathroom. He fucked her in a bathroom, and then after fucking and busting his nut, he said, "Hey, my name is." I was like, "Shit." But that's some real shit. I know a lot of y'all can't imagine that. I mean, it is what it is. But that's when you get into that world, when it gets deep like that, that's how it is. Now I want y'all to think about something. And this is why you should check out Addicted. She done got with 2 dudes just on some pure passion sex level, but at home she had the guy that women will go on national TV or go on these videos, go on dating sites, or, you know, be in a forum and say that they want. I mean, the dude, come on. The dude was over 6'3", handsome, conspicuously handsome. I mean, like, even a heterosexual guy got to say, okay, yeah, dude look good. You know, muscular, all that shit. You know, gave her the perfect family, beautiful kids, all that stuff. Yeah, she still got with two different men. And then, quite frankly, in real life, some women just do that. They keep doing that. Have the perfect world. Cause I mean, you got some women like that now, professional women. They in some secret societies and stuff like that. Some which Zane wrote about. And people thought that was just some fiction. I was like, don't ask me how I know, but it's fiction. It ain't fiction. You got that. Some of these women you think they corporate and all that, especially if they in great shape. Nah, there's a good chance they in some type of some underground parties or some swingers type of thing, whatever. But see, just watch that movie just to get an idea about that. And it's ironic. It's ironic just to point it out because it lets you know how deep it is. Because I'll say it for the third time, her husband had everything that even all dating advisors, coaches, and everybody who's dealing with the relationship thing said you should have. I mean, come on, he had the checklist. That dude had the fucking checklist. Yet, despite all that, there was still something that woman needed that he wasn't giving her. And that's the game. That's the deep thing. That's how it gotta go. So anyway, right? Check that out. Check out that movie. I strongly recommend it. Anyway, y'all, that's it. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.